Why am I doing? I should have done this before going on. Properties. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, background noise. Yeah, okay. Hello, 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 la 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 la. O, A, O, A. Oui, wa. Okay. Wa. Yo, yo, yo. A. Okay. Sorry for the coughing in advance. Oh, so sorry for the coughing. I guess it will be a lot. I'll try to keep it minimum. I'm very sick right now, but I don't wanna this. Okay, so welcome. I guess I should start with intro. Hello, welcome to another discussion. More of a went out but discussion, kind of. It should put something on. Hmm. Uh, let's play some music. Lo-fi. Copyright free, right? And I need a playlist, not playlist, but like full music. This should be good enough. Yeah, this should be good enough. Little bit less. Okay. Okay. Not too much. Okay. Whatever. I'm getting sidetracked. So, welcome. Again. Start from the end. Cut. So, this is. Hello, guys. Welcome to another discussion. Discussion kind of thing. I'm just doing this because I don't know what to do. I have too many thoughts in my head right now, and I want somewhere to store them and share them. Basic. So today is the date 20th October 2004, 2024, not 2004, and it was quarterfinals for World's League and Genji Fly. If anyone watched, it was a banger of a fucking game, and something Inspired said in an interview after he lost. It's really stuck with me for like it made me think a lot. It was a very easy thing that I thought about more, but he said basically he said it's the reason Genji won over FlyQuest, even though FlyQuest had so many good draft synergies and so many they cooked so much. He said the adaptability. Genji adapted very well to what they were doing, and that stuck with me a lot. Adaptability in a game is very important. I know that. I've been preaching that for a very long time, and don't look. Uh, that's that's very important. So that's the that really that really stuck with me. How crucial adaptability can be to winning a game, because in my opinion, Genji, it was very hard for them to win, even though you can tell by the looks of them they were stressed as fuck. It Flight really pushed them to their limits. There were obviously so many factors that affected that this result, but at the end of the day, results are what results are. You see, and you can't do anything about that. And results tell a lot. You can just see and tell, oh, okay, Genji they pushed 10, okay, okay, it was close, but Genji will always win. But in my opinion, it was a very close game, very close. No one's thinking that I'm being like very idiot right now. Everyone thought it was a close game, and Fly should have played very well, and they did very well. They could have won that very easily if some things went their way. But that statement of adaptability really made me think a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Too many thoughts came to my mind at that point. So I just wanted to vent out the power of adaptability, how to adapt, and basically what is adaptability. I mean, everyone knows what is adaptability. It's not hard thing. And more, I just watched a Rudy interview of Faker. Uh, just premiered. I watched it. Obviously, I was. So the question he asked was, he's been reading a lot. He reads a lot. He's a very wise person, not wisdom, wise person, and the best wisdom or something he's given to his young players, the best quote or the best thing he said to their players, what would be? And he said, "You just eat well, sleep well." That's the best thing he told his players. Eat well, sleep well in the schedule, and that also made me think a lot about adaptability. And you may think, wow, eating, sleeping, that's more of a schedule or a repetition. How it is about adaptability, and it may be about more of a being constant, stable, consistent. But how is it about adaptability? In my opinion, adaptability just doesn't mean getting or like adapting to your new situation or how can I say it? Fuck, too many thoughts. It's not just understanding situation you are in and adapting to it, or how can I say this? It's not just that you need to do some things, no, change some changes. It's not just about changes. It's about adaptability. It's ability to adapt to anything. Obviously, that's the definition. And staying consistent requires you to have the power of adaptability or mastery over adaptability, because you are trying to stay consistent in anything, life, work, anything, where everything except you will always change, and you are trying to not change, but like trying to stay consistent with what you want to do. For example, what Heka said, eat well, sleep well, eat early, sleep early, wake up early, do your job, whatever you want to do, and eat good, stay healthy. That's a very and he also said it's a very hard thing to do. It's that simple. Actually, it's that simple, but it's very hard to do. And you try to stay consistent. You want to sleep daily at 10, 11 p.m. and wake up at 6, wake up at 8, 9, 7 a.m. And that's a very good sleep schedule. You get plenty of sleep. So that's a stable thing. You want to consistently want to do that. And every day it changes. Every day some situations happen, some scenarios happen that may cause you to sleep early, sleep late. But you want to do that consistently, daily, daily, daily. That's the hard part. That's the advice he gave, to do it consistently, do it regularly. And is that easy? So adaptability is not just related to changing or adapting to the changes that occur. It is also one of the biggest reasons behind consistency also. And that thought, when that thought came to my mind, really fucked me. Not fucked me, but really made me think a lot and lot about that. The relation between consistency and adaptability. Because on paper they both are totally different things. Adaptability is doing something new, or if something changes, you change according to it. It's change. And consistency usually is considered to be remaining same no matter what. That's consistency. And both are totally different. But in my opinion, both are basis for each other. And without and both can be said to be consistency could be said to be having or being the change. That is consistency. Consistency need you to change. You can't be consistent with the same thing. Yeah, in my opinion, the definition of consistency is not to do same thing repeated again and again and again. It's to do the right thing at any given moment, no matter what. That's the consistency. It may want you to change. It may need you to change the things, change something in order to do the right thing or the thing you want to do, that you think it is the right thing. So doing anything to have that, to do the right thing, to even change to do the right thing, that's consistency. And adaptability can be also described as staying same, adapting. Ooh, is it? Huh. Let me think. Oh, it's a very. Am I right about this? Huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe. Okay, okay. Let's give the statement I want to say, and then let's discuss about it. Adaptability. It is way to not change core, but I don't think adaptability that works that way. Maybe. Ah, Hard. I think adaptability can be related to consistency also, but I don't think consistency is adaptable. Like adaptability is consistency, but consistency is not adaptability. Oh, it's hard. I don't think it is because just as I described, there's a very great relationship between consistency and adaptability. You need to be adaptable to be consistent, or you will fail because situations will change. The only thing that remains constant is you. So be constant. To be consistent, you need to change. Hmm. And now I'm going philosophical a lot. Ah, I'll think about it later when I'm sleeping. But the thing I wanted to talk more about, that's the one part that I got very stuck onto in my mind. It's how to adapt. Everyone says, "Oh, you need to adapt. You need to do something. You need to change. You need to do this. You need to do that." Whoa, how? No one answers how. Oh, you do things. That's not a quite answer. It may be for some people, but you just do. I mean, maybe I'm overcomplicating things here, but I don't think it's as simple as you just do things. I think adaptability, how to adapt to a situation, it's very much based upon how you are as a person, as a team, as whatever you are. It's a who it's very hard thing to learn. I guess that's why the teams that are better at it always wins. Genji T1, T1 specially, very specially. But what I've learned from watching League for past 4 3 4 years, adaptability it's something that could be taught, obviously, and that very codependent on opponent in esports at least, because your opponent pushes you to adapt. Without them, it is very hard to adapt. You get stale very easily in esports. You can get very easily stale. You will get stuck into one thing that works unless you're constantly thinking, because when something works you always win, and when you win you don't think what's hard or what's wrong, what am I doing is wrong. And that's the hardest part, I guess. Always always think. Oh, now that I look at this sentence, it looks very misogynistic. No, not misogynistic, sorry, misogynistic, yeah, tendency to hurt yourself. Oh, but hey, what am I? Oh, it looks very bad. That's what I wanted to say. What the fuck? Where did my? It looks very. Uh, how do I describe this sentence? It looks very childish. Good and bad about everything. Oh, but I think that's the simplest way I can put about what I'm thinking right now. So, uh, a while ago, not a while ago, a month ago, I discovered something very, very important to my life. Not important life, but in general, very important life lesson. I learned from a bug, a very small bug, and that changes the thing that made me change that made me change everything or look at everything very differently. Not differently, but gave me more perspective. I think that getting stuck is very easy. You won't even know if you're stuck. Hmm. It was about how he always kept going. There were so many ups and downs on the road I was sitting. I was sitting under a tree, and there were so many like gaps in between rocks and road. But he got stuck in some gaps. He climbed up, not climbed up, but like he got stuck. She stood there and then walked up and then kept going. And that's the best thing. That made me think a lot. And that that day I learned that only way to improve is to keep going, not get stuck. Because the moment you get stuck, it's over for you. Not over, but it will be very hard to get results. Not results in general. You just you get stuck very easily on good things. When good things are happening, it's very easy to get stuck onto them. When you're winning, it's very easy to get stuck. My brain is weird right now. Not now, but from for the last 2 3 years. Everything I learn, I think in two ways. What I can do about this or what can I do about what I learn right now in my life to make myself better. Now there is how do I use this in esports or Valorant? And that's consistent. I'm consistently thinking about that only one thing. And League is one of the biggest inspirations I have. Not inspirations, but biggest esport I've seen that can I learn from that. It's very inspirational, or it's a learning. It's a book for me. And watching KTL was a really big thing. I learned a lot about that. And because had such a long history, I think it is very good to learn from those mistakes and the good thing that happened to the pro players. So I think the reason behind Faker's consistency is if you look at his career, he also saw one of the biggest like downfalls, not downfalls, but was biggest things he's seen. Obviously, as everyone knows, he's seen the top of the top what it looks like, and when it falls, he's seen both. That's why when asked about the burden of being the best player ever, does he feel like that or pressure? What did he feel? He said right now he doesn't feel burden because whatever he do, he wants to be satisfied with his performance. Basically, he don't want regret. He don't want to regret anything what he does. And that's a very good mindset. I learned that in recent years. Do whatever you are doing. Just remember one thing before doing anything. Not anything, but important stuff. You don't want to regret anything. So give everything you have. And that's the easiest and hardest. It is very easy if you think, oh, just do what everything you have, then you'll have no regret. And that's not easy. And that's may sound like very easy stuff to do or very I'm just being like very potential about that pretentious, sorry, not potential, pretentious about that. Mm, but it's not very easy. You'll always have regrets, some stuff, but when it comes down to at the end, if you're happy about the thing you did. That's good. You want to be happy about the performance you gave. In sports, very easy to get stuck on winning and losing both. You've seen so many examples of losing because that's very easy to notice for you and also for everyone else around you. That's very easy to notice when you get stuck on losing because you're constantly thinking about that one thing. How did I lose? How did I lose? How did I lose? Losing teaches you a lot. Obviously, everyone knows that. But I think you get stuck on winning also. It's not a new thing I'm discovering or anything. You'll get stuck on winning also, which is very hard because it feels so good. I never won anything, but I don't know. But seeing people win, I can just feel 0.1% of what they feel. So just imagining how much good it must feel for them to win. It's very heartbreaking to say that you have to move on from that because you don't want to move on from something that was very precious to you. You achieved it, you achieved your dream, but now you have to move on. Why? Because you'll get stuck. The only way to stay consistent is to move on. Oof, it's heartbreaking. Still remember 2022 was. If I ever met Faker, or if I had Chen, if I ever got close to him, I would have loved to ask what he was thinking when he lost 2022 was. For me, that is one of the most important moment in my life. Also, seeing him like that was beyond anything. The power and mental fucking stability he had at that moment to not show a single emotion. I can't even think about getting into that position. I'm a fan. I watched it. I wasn't even familiar with them that much. I just loved Faker. That's all. Wasn't even fan. Wasn't even big. Like I was fan of Guma. Everyone. But like Faker was everything for me. I just as a fan, I couldn't hold my emotions for a second. And he who experienced it just stood there. Ah, again, adaptability. Adapting to the situation. Sorry, took me back. My love for that man is beyond anything. Let's go come back to the adaptability. We go on into branch a lot. It's just how I think. If I can't focus on adaptability, I'll just go everywhere. But adaptability again. Okay, adaptability. So today, Genji showed adaptability in their drafts, their way of playing game. At first game, they played very comfort champ, not comfort champ, but very like very normal stuff like Ari, Silas, things that go on to people, aggressive playmaking things, Ari and Rumble and everything, and they got very badly punished. Hats off to FlyQuest preparation, man. They prepared so much. Even Canyon said their preparation was good. That's the one thing that I think is very like like how can you should praise this very very much from Western teams, especially G2 and today Fly. MSI G2 when they took T1 to 5 games was solely because of the not solely but one of the biggest reasons I think was their preparation against the match against Faker or not Faker but against T1. The preparation they did was beyond exceptional. I think that's where little bit Eastern teams are a little bit not behind, but they. Oh, I don't know how to say this. I don't want to say something bad, but it feels because every match they play against Eastern teams, Asian teams, best of fives, Western teams have so much on the line. It is so much they have to do overcome that their preparation comes everything. They do everything so like diligently. If they do 1% less, they don't achieve the results close to anything. They'll just get stomped. But because Eastern teams have better players, they work more, and because they don't have that much on a line in every game they play against player team discipline or just a team, it's very hard. I get that. That's what I mean by getting stuck because Eastern teams win that much and they are good. Don't get me wrong, they are the best teams, especially LCK. But because they win so much, it's very hard to prepare everything to the T. They say they will see in the details. It just, but I think because they can gap each other, even each other, or Western teams very easily, they don't do the preparation at level which Western teams do, in my opinion. Of course, other factors align a lot. I don't saying they don't do preparation or they're just cocky or anything. That's not what I'm saying. Please don't get me wrong. They are not cocky. They do a lot of preparation, lot. And you can just see that when it was like a waking call for T1 when they almost lost to G2, and when they played G2 again, their preparation was on point. The three wins they did was perfect for G2. They could not do anything about that. I think that's where Western teams reach this ceiling, in my opinion. Is that oh they do very good about adapting to the what Western Eastern teams are doing, Asian teams are doing. But once Eastern teams adapt to what they are doing, it just end because they haven't gone past that. What would they do if they adapt? I mean, they have thought about what would they do if they adapt. It just puts a top stop into their thinking. Or just like I don't think it's very hard to come back from situation like that because you already did so much stuff to get to their research and stuff and everything just to get close to what they are playing and how they are playing and what to counter them. When they start to counter you, to on a spot, to change stuff and adapt to what they are doing, it's impossible, almost close to impossible in my opinion. Because you think I already did everything and now I have to do more. How am I supposed to keep up with that? And it's just the pressure of playing around and everything you did work, but now it's not working. How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? That's why the team that adapts last or makes the last change wins. And it's very hard. Just like today, Blackwest came up with their style. They like scaling, they played scaling. Gingy first game, they fucked up. Not fucked up, but they got to see what they prepared. And they prepared so much. It was scary for Gingy. I could literally feel like they crumbled. They just crumbled under the pressure. I don't think at that moment I really, really thought they would lose. But then They again played Cassidy. They played scaling chance. Third game they came back. They went back. I I don't remember third game. No, no, the third game they just got outclassed by the champion. No, they played Silas. No, yeah, no. They went back to their comfort or the meta they thought was better, and they again got punished by that. So they really had to do something. Obviously, Needly came. All the other things came. And fifth game was the adaptability. They show Smolder, Ziggs. As much I hate it, not hate it, but I really thought it was very cringe. It is a very cringe way to win. It is like, as Kedar said, it is like winning with Yumi, winning with Smolder and fucking Ziggs and everything. Maokai. But that's the way. You can't beat scaling. Only way to beat scaling is more scaling. You can't beat a scaling with a team that knows how to play with that thing in their mind. Last game, for first 19-20 minutes, Genji did not give one single thing to fly. They did not give one opportunity to fight, one opportunity to take advantage of their misposition or anything. And the pressure that fucking Joey created by just not missing a single CS and adapting to, or like getting stacks. I was mind blown by that guy again. His ability to stack CS and stacks on Smolder was beyond impressive, beyond impressive. Just, oh my fucking god, the the way he played Smolder game. Obviously, everyone did their part to the T. There were some mistakes, but they adapted to it so well. You can't beat that. It just, you can't beat that. You have to skill gap them, and that is very hard. And that's why Genji wins. Because if any other team saw Fiddlestick set top, Fiddlestick jungle, Kalista on 3, it would be hard for, or they would have got like in their mind and just got lost in draft, trying to outsmart them. Just like everyone said, play your game, don't play the meta, don't get meta slave. That's what Kirill tweeted, right? Also, Alice preached that a lot. Play their game. I think Genji did the same. Don't think what they're doing. Just play your game. They played their game. It is cringe. It is bad. It is slow. It is not entertaining. But it wins. So what else that matters, right? I guess that is also part of adaptability. Because you can get lost in a sauce very easily. Trying to outsmart your opponent, trying to build. Oh, they do theirs. They do. Just like the famous take clip from chess. He takes it. You can get outsmarted or just think too much ahead of yourself. That's why where I think consistency of ideologies behind your team or in general games I think need to adapt, but you don't need to go too far from what you do or what makes you you. As a team, you need to do adapt to the situation that is happening right now. But if you do go too far, if you get lost in a sauce too much, that will cause you to lose also. Because you are going so on such a different way that you don't even know how to handle that. You may crumble under the pressure. You may think you are way ahead when you are not way ahead. You do things fast. The effect starts affecting a lot. So doing too much is also hard, and doing too less is also bad, and doing too much is also bad. You need to have that consistent. You need consistent change. I think that's the best way to. And that's the most important part about adaptability. Consistent changes, and that's the relation between consistency and adaptability. This could also apply to your life also. Making changes, adapting to the situation that are happening, changes consistently, not a big change, very big change, and it changed drastically. That's not how it works. Slow, one point at a time, one round at a time. You need to adapt to situations one round at a time, one situation at a time. You can't just, oh, they are doing this, I will do this, and I'll win. That's not, because that's not how exactly it's going to know. You don't know. And it may happen, it may not happen. But okay, they did this many things. Okay, start by doing one thing. Let's see how they respond. Start changing one thing, two things, and let's see how they respond. That's the mentality you need to have. Consistent changes. You need to have consistency in your adaptability, or you'll lose very easily. So the haiku line is that the team that makes last change wins. That is very, very obviously. That could be applied to Valorant, like on the most, like how can, that's the core of Valorant. The team that makes last change wins. That's very, very, very like that's Valorant, because any team that any wins any match, you say the team, which team wins, the team that made the last change. That's the core of Valorant. You keep adapting, you do keep doing stuff according to what your opponent are doing. They will do changes, you'll do changes, and the team that will be at the end, that would make change, will win. It may be macro, it may be micro, but it needs to be consistent, constantly back and forth between changes. Consistent changes is adaptability. Such a oxymoron of a sentence. Consistent changes, because there's no consistency in changes, and there's no changes in consistency. In normal way of thinking, everyone would think that consistency means not changing, doing thing again again, same thing again and again, and changes means changing everything, doing everything new, doing everything differently. But it could be doing same things again and again. Could be made changes also. So it's a very fun way to look at it. I I like the philosophy in between these two words, consistent changes. Yeah, I'm loving this moment right now. I'm loving it so much. Every time, every moment, every time I learn something new. That's just, that moment is very precious and very, very, it makes me very happy. That's why I chase being better. Life is so beautiful, man. So beautiful. So many stuff coming into my mind right now. How so many dialogues I watched throughout anime works this way or has to make it more possible, not possible, but make it more relatable to real life. And how many times I've seen so many games in League and Valorant that this philosophies, I learned so many philosophies about game and life from both game and both esports. So I love esports. Just I'm currently in state of Nirvana. Fucking love esports, man. Fucking love competition. I wanna be a pro player. I wanna be best so I can meet best. I can meet the people. I want to reach that so I can meet better people. You know, one person that I really want to talk about these things, obviously, except Baker, that would be the highest moment in my life. It would be Boaster in Valorant. I really would love to pick his brains. He's such a fun guy, or like he's very good. He's very mental. He's very strong. He's very entertaining. He's very fun to be around. I would like to see him silent. I would like to have a silent conversation with him, just one on one. I like seeing people. I guess that's the beauty of being close to someone. That you get to see the real, and that's very beautiful. See, you get when someone is vulnerable in front of you. There's no beautiful thing more beautiful than anything. I wish I had someone like that. Ah, shut up, Vivek. Yeah, I have some people like that. I have my friends. Eh, I was going to do such in-depth part on a consistency and oh this and that and that. I did some stuff like that. I think it is very hard to showcase what adaptability means without a example. You need a game to show how one team adapted to the what other team is doing. But at the end, I just talked about adaptability more than show what adaptability is. Eh, I don't mind. I like talking about things like this. I like philosophies behind words, concepts, how it relate to each other, how it makes you better. I like that a lot. I always seek that. I think that's for me. I think that's the biggest revolution I had recent years. For me, the definition of for me to have satisfied day or a way to become a better is not to just uh, it's to do it's to learn things and apply it to your life. Follow your principles, your ideologies, Build your ideologies, build your principles, learn from everyone and everything. That's the only way to be better, to be satisfied. Every day, smallest of smallest things you can learn, and you can be satisfied with that. Everything you learn, new thing, you should be satisfied with that and happy about it too. As the wise words from Faker, do not feel a burden of expectations from external or internal. You need to have a mindset that I'm not doing this for anyone, not for even myself. I'm doing this to just have a satisfying performance. When you play a game, especially playing in front of people or just playing a competitive game, you're not playing to win. I think that's a very wrong mentality to have. Not wrong, but obviously you need to have the mentality that I'm going to win, or obviously I'm better and not better, but I will do everything to win, and you will do everything to win. But to have a mentality, the best, you will peak at a mentality, or you are peaked in your esports when, or you are the best team. How one of the biggest thing to know if you have a good player, not good player, but a very i- better, the best mindset to have is to, I'm not playing to win, I'm playing to not have regrets, I'm playing to satisfy myself, be satisfied with the performance I will give. And I think that's the best way to have the best performance you can have ever. Best way to have the best performance or play your best game is to not play to win, is to play to be satisfied with whatever I do. At the end of the day, I will like to have no regrets. And there's a way, obviously, at different, as per the game you choose, there's different way to play. There's a different ideologies. In a Valorant, if you try to play thinking winning the game, you will lose. But if you play thinking winning the round, you will win. What matters is very important. What's your ideology based on? Is your ideology based on winning game, or is ideology based on winning rounds? Small things leads to very big. That's why consistent changes are important. Even small changes consistently done, doing small changes consistently will lead to a very big change automatically. Big change don't happen. Small change happens and they just look big to other people. And that's one way to be humbled. It's, yes, it's not that big. I've been doing small changes. So this is just a result. Results are just byproduct of the process. That's why process matters, results don't. I think that's the beauty of competition also. Even though results don't matter and process is everything. For betterment of the and for the future, process is everything. But at that moment, results are everything for you. And for me, I am very grateful that I got to see both sides of the thing, both sides of this in my life at such a small time. Both at 2022 Worlds and 2023 Worlds, I saw both win and lose, both spectrum, both ends of esports. Learned so much from the reaction alone of both games. That's why process matters more than results in longevity or in the future. But at the present, at that moment, results matter a lot. That's why you'll get, when you get results, you enjoy it, you look at it, you take it in. It's a, even if it's a loss or a win, anyway, you take it in, you sit with it, and then you move on. There's one very powerful dialogue by Irfan Khan, one of the best actors in the world, RIP legend. But he says everyone may. I even feel cringe to say it because so many reels are made out of it, and like it just became meme at this point. But at the end, I guess life is just a process of letting go of things. Life become process. Life becomes just let go of the things. And that's very beautiful to think, and it's very sad also. Nothing stays. That's why when you find consistent, you don't let go of it. Loyalty, consistency. One of the biggest consistencies that you can achieve is loyalty, because that's one thing you can control. I think you shouldn't be get angry or emotional over things that you can't control. But loyalty is something that you can control. Loyalty is a very, that's why you never leave people who are loyal to you, because it's very consistent. Love is also consistent. That's why when you find love, you don't let go of it. Happiness is not consistent. Sadness is also not consistent. That's why you don't hold on to it. Happiness is, I don't know where I heard or where I read these words. Happiness is just a punch in the nuts waiting to happen. That's a very sadistic way, not sadistic, but I forgot what that philosophy means, the type of philosophy, but it's very negative way to look at it. Not negative, but in a negative tone. It is very true though. When you reach happiness, it is inevitable that you will feel sadness. What am I even saying at this point, man? I am so high on medicine. Not high, but like uh, because of my cough, I drink so much cough syrup that I'm just speaking anything. I'm just going on tangents and tangents and tangents and tangents, saying everything that comes to my mind. Good, I'm not in a mood to be a racist. I'm not racist. I'm just fun. It's making joke. Fuck, why did I say that? Genuinely, I'm just making joke. But like, yeah, man, I should take some sleep. A good thing. I'm very happy with this. I think I'll do more of these. It helps me a lot. I found out because Even my therapist said I should write about things and I should do write about the thing that made me happy. And I hate writing, so I'm too lazy to write. This is better way. I'll just start live stream or start recording and just say whatever comes to my mind, whatever topic I want to talk about that moment that made me so worked up, not worked up, but that made me think so much. This is usually what happens in my brain. I keep it inside my brain, but I think speaking about it to you, I know no one's listening to this or and no one will ever see this, but getting out of it and listening to it while I say it, it improves whatever I'm saying because when I say it, I listen it. And when you listen, you understand. Understanding comes from listening. So to listen, I need to speak. So I'm not doing this for anyone. I'm doing this for myself. Be better to make myself better. Yeah, I also found out today that when Faker started his career, all his aim was to make a economic stability, financial stability. Here I was thinking that I will never make a good player because I need to have make money. And I was going into esports because I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to get stuck into a job, 9 to 5 job I will hit. I want to do what I like and make money out of it. I felt so weird about that because I had this stigma in my mind that only people that success are the people who don't chase or not chase money, but the one who come for play for love of the game. And I used to thought I don't love the game or just they don't play for money or just anything. They just play to play. Nah, man. At the start of everyone's career, you want a financial stability. Everyone not everyone's not royal. They don't have infinite money. They don't have money. In my condition, it's same. I'm 22 years old, and it's very hard to think that I need to make some. I need to do something. My parents won't do everything for me forever. They barely can do it. I am such a burden to them right now. But thinking about that will not help me. So to not be a burden, it's very hard to think. No, it's very hard to think of this. To not, it's if you say to not lose a game, let's say sports, you don't want to lose a game, right? To win a game, you have to not think about winning or not to lose. You don't have to think about not losing. Because the second you think that you want to win or you don't want to lose, that's it. It's very hard, no? You always have to think what you have to do, regardless of the results. That's why process matters. You have to think about process, not the results. That's very hard mentality. I'm proud of myself that I am doing it right now, or I'm learning to do it better and better every day. To win, you have to not think about winning, and that's a very hard thing. I leave to this because I think I need to sleep. I am fucked right now. Not fucked, but I should sleep. This is what happens when I can't play game. If I can't play game, I'll just talk about the game. Talk about playing the game. Hmm. and never leave. I guess I'll end here. I'll upload it to YouTube channel, the words channel. Not for anyone, for myself. I think I would need this in for future me. If me future me is listening, hello fucker. Mhm. Hello. That's a very bad thing to say, no? I'm saying fucker to my own future self. Hello me. Keep being me. Bye. Bye.